Greetings of peace. My name is Imhotep, broadcasting on behalf of 13signsastrology.com. That's the number 13, signs plural, astrology.com. The reason for this video is because I want to go into a little hidden and occult information in regards to the sexual act, in regards to sex magic and sex rituals, and things that they don't teach you in school, things that they don't teach you on television, and definitely things they don't teach you in church. Now, sex in our society is very, very taboo. It's very taboo. It's something that many people don't want to talk about. It's something that many people feel ashamed to talk about. It's something that many people even feel guilty even discussing outside of the bedroom. And this is the reason for the lower vibration that human beings are experiencing currently in this three-dimensional matrix. Now, sex is very spiritual. Don't let anybody tell you different. Sex is very spiritual. It's a spiritual act. According to the ancients, sex was the way and the method by which you got close to God. What I mean by God is the God from within, or the deity from within, or the Most High from within, or the higher self. See, it was through the act of sex, beloved. It was through the act of sex and the performance of sex, which was the method and means by which one got close to their higher self. Many of you may not have heard of this, but there's something called the Kundalini and the raising of the Kundalini. And one of the main ways, this is not the only way, because there's about 4 ways that I know about, but I'm going into this one way right now. But one of the main ways, because this is the easiest way to do it, but one of the main ways in raising the Kundalini is through the sexual act. Now, for those of you that don't know what the Kundalini is an energy. It's an energy, beloved, that's located and that starts in the base of the spine, which is our lower chakra area. It starts at the base of the spine and it raises up the spinal cord. And the Kundalini energy raises up. If you can raise it up this high, because most people don't raise it up this high, but the idea is to raise the Kundalini energy up into your third eye and then out your crown chakra and into your 5 transpersonal chakras, which are located above your head, because you have 12 chakras. Some say actually 13, believe it or not, because there's a hidden chakra. But you have 13 chakras, but it's through the Kundalini that you raise your vibration and raise and open your third eye so that you can raise your vibration and become more spiritual, and so that you can meet the Most High. And the way that you meet the Most High is through the sexual act, one of the ways. And the way to do this is through raising the Kundalini energy, which is located at the base of the spine. Now, many people in this society are having sex on a lower mundane level. Many people, I'll say like 90% of the people in this society do not know how to have sex, have not been trained how to have sex, or totally ignorant when it comes to having sex. And actually, this is due to male dominance and male influence, believe it or not, because the woman very much knows about the sex act and how to have sex. The average woman does. Now, some women don't, but the average woman, in comparison to the average male, knows a lot more about the sex act and how to properly engage in the sex act than a man does. And this is why a woman can have sex for as long as she wants to, and most men cannot go past 30 minutes. Some men I hear can't even go past 3 minutes, which is horrible, embarrassing to the male species, to say the least. And I'm serious about this. This is something that's not been taught, and all of us have came through the sex act. Nobody on this planet, I don't care what you're saying, Jesus was born of immaculate conception. I've talked about in other videos, the immaculate conception was not talking about a virgin popping up with a baby, the Immaculate Conception. Immaculate means clean, beloved. It means clean. So Jesus was produced from a clean conception, meaning that the being that impregnated Mary was a divine being. He was almost like an angel because of his diet and the way he ate. The angel Gabriel, who produced Jesus, was a divine being. So that's what the Immaculate Conception means. But as far as everyone else on this planet, and even Jesus, all of us came through the sex act. All of us came through the sex act. And the ignorance comes in because most of us, 90% of us, were born from a lower chakra mundane sex act. And what I mean by this is that most of us were born because one day mama and daddy got horny and wanted to have sex. Now, some of us came from love. Some of us did come from divine love and from a divine sex act. I mean, I'm not saying everybody here, but many of us came on this planet because mama and daddy got horny, decided to lay down, and daddy wanted to get one off. He wanted to bust a nut. I mean, I'm just keeping it real because I keep it real with my listening audience. Daddy wanted to bust a nut. Mama wanted to get penetrated, and basically, your parents laid down and did their thing and produced you. And that's the reason why society is the way it is because most of us were produced from a lower mundane sex act, meaning that you were birthed from the lower chakras of your parents. You were birthed from the lower area, or the lower chakras of your parents, which is the first, second, and third chakras. Most of us were born from the first, second, and third chakra areas. Now, you can have babies from the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh chakra areas, believe it or not. You can bring children down from chakras 4 through 7, from the heart chakra on up, but most people don't know how to do that because they don't know how to raise the Kundalini energy, and they're not even having sex long enough to raise the Kundalini energy because daddy was horny and just wanted to get a nut off. And that's why I'm going to focus on the male sexual health first. Now, on my website, I have a product that deals with this. A lot of men out there that are suffering from erectile dysfunction, from basically not being able to get hard, or if they can get hard, they're not firm and hard enough. And this is really actually what's basing a lot of the lower energy sex is based on the male not being able to, one thing, get the woman really wrapped up into the sex act because of not being able to stay firm and hard. And I'm not making fun of anybody here because this is a serious issue. This is a sexual health issue. And that's why I created a product called Strong. It's located on my website, 13signsastrology.com. I created a product called Strong for men. And this product called Strong for Men will help your man, ladies, if you're a lady listening to this, and will help you brothers out there and men out there to have a firmer, fuller, easier to achieve erection. It will increase the blood flow. And it's all natural. It's an all natural product. That's the main thing I want to point out here. I'm a strict vegetarian, actually vegan. I don't even eat any soy and things of that nature. I mean, I just cut soy out of my diet, so I don't even eat any of that. So I'm a strict vegetarian and vegan, so I would never promote anything to you that didn't that wasn't from the earth and that wasn't a herb or herb. Because I believe that nature has all remedies and has all cures for every ailment that we are suffering from. And I came out with this product a while ago. I've already sat in the laboratory and concocted it. It has herbs in it from all over the world, beloveds. It has herbs in it from West Africa. It has herbs in it from China. It has herbs in it from South America. It has herbs in it from America. It has even some herbs from Europe in it, and it's for any nationality, any race. There's no side effects to this product. But basically what this product does is it helps the man to become more sexually dominant and more firm. And many men are taking Viagra and things of that nature, and they're taking Viagra, which has basically is based in a drug called sildenafil. Something of that nature. I can't pronounce these weird drug names or whatever. They're all Latin names. It's called sildenafil, something like that. sildenafil, I believe. Sildenafil. And Viagra has that in it. That's the active ingredient in it or whatnot. And many men are taking that and getting side effects from the Viagra, like headaches, blurry vision, nasal congestion, and things of that nature. And the Viagra, really, if you're really dealing in the herbs and you change your diet, nature has aphrodisiacs, all type of things that will help you with your sexual health issues. So really, you don't need to take an acidic-based drug to have a better sex life, to all the brothers out there that are struggling in that area. So that's why I created this product. It's a beautiful product. I've tried it myself. Other men have tried it and have had success from it. I suggest that you definitely get it from my website, but the bottom line is that even if you don't get a product from me, I'm just trying to promote the fact that most of us are totally uneducated when it comes to the occult aspects of sex. Totally uneducated. We don't know anything about sexual rituals. Now, there are sexual rituals that you could perform to make your penis longer, or to make your lover or your boyfriend's penis longer. I mean, there's sexual rituals that you could perform. Just a lot of stuff that people don't know because we don't get into the occult. See, we don't want to deal with the occult. Like, we want to stay dealing on the religious paradigm, and the Christian pastors aren't teaching this type of information. And I mean, I guess they feel bad about it. I don't know. But the bottom line is that sex is really how you get spiritual. So they need to start teaching it. And I'm going to do another video actually real soon on premarital sex. I'm going to really touch on premarital sex because a lot of people ask me about that, and I'm going to get into that as well. But the bottom line is, beloveds, you really need to learn about the occult aspects of sex. Now, believe it or not, another reason why you don't need Viagra and things like that and other drugs is because scientists have found out that melanin and melatonin, believe it or not, actually increases and makes you more sexual. And these are part of the secrets that I teach. See, I do rituals and teaching ones how to nurture their melanin, those that are melanated, and those that have a lack of melanin. You know, to my listening audience that have a lack of melanin, I actually have rituals that can help you to increase your melanin without taking all of these harmful drugs and things of this nature that aren't good for you. See, melanin is produced in the brain, and basically melanin deficiency is something that can actually be cured, being melanin deficient. And there are other scientists out there, especially Dr. Drew Pulcrum, that goes into this as well. I mean, I learned a lot from her when it comes to like melanin deficiency. But all of this is based on your energy and your chakras, and based on certain meditations that you can get into to where you can actually increase your melanin production, beloveds. And those of you that have melanin or melanin dominant that are having sexual problems, the reason why you're having sexual problems is because you're not nurturing your melanin. See, there's a certain diet that you can eat that will help you to nurture your melanin. Because, to be honest with you, beloved, a woman just doesn't want a man that is not sexually dominant. I mean, if she does, she just tolerates it. But, I mean, she shouldn't have to go to bed, like, wondering and thinking and having wet and hot flashes and dreams about the man, her dreams or whatever, because you just ain't putting it out right because you can't go long enough. And another thing I want to make sure that I touch on in this video, and I'm going to probably go over the 15 minutes on this video, so if I do, it might cut me off, but you can still hear my voice. But I have to touch on a lot of things in this video. Another thing I want to touch on in this video is that men are totally uneducated when it comes to sex. You are not supposed to be ejaculating, all the males out there, unless you're trying to produce a child. And that's another thing that men don't understand, that you should not be ejaculating. A male should be able to have sex for 3 and 4 hours, just like a woman can. A male should be able to do that. And the reason why men aren't doing that is because, for one thing, they're ejaculating. And when you ejaculate, you are actually losing life force. It takes months. It takes months. I'm actually writing a book on this as well. It takes months for a man to get back the nutrients and vitamins that he loses in one ejaculation, beloved. In one ejaculation, it takes months for a male to get back those nutrients and vitamins from one ejaculation. Months. This is a proven scientific fact. So the men out there need to stop ejaculating. You need to learn how to have an orgasm like the woman has. See, males don't have orgasms. They bust a nut. That's why they call it bust a nut, because you're literally busting a nut. And that's not good for you. You should learn how to have an orgasm. An orgasm is longer, and you can keep going after you have the orgasm. That's the beautiful thing. And you can have multiple orgasms, just like a woman. A man can have multiple orgasms. But see, you haven't been taught and educated. Your fathers didn't teach you this information because your father didn't know. And I'm not knocking anybody's parents, but you make sure you teach your sons this information in the future, because this is important for the prolonging of the human race. And not only that, but the human race will not be able to ascend unless the sexual aspect is taught. We will not be able to ascend into higher levels and open our third eye unless we totally understand how to have proper sex. And I have another product on my website that's for the women, and it's called Now Valley for women. And this product is actually a beautiful product for women, and a lot of women don't have sexual problems, but some of them do because they eat bad. I mean, I have encountered a few women out there that do have sexual problems, and some of them I don't know why or whatever. But basically, a woman's clitoris is similar to a male's penis. So when I designed the Now Valley for women, I used a lot of herbs that are found in the male's formula, but it's more so geared towards women to help women become more moist. To help the clitoris to throb more, to be fuller, it's just like a penis. So there's herbs that you can use to increase the blood flow to the clitoris, the area, so that you can feel more excited and more passionate. Now, women are turned on by smells. So when I give you the sexual ritual, if you go on my website, I provide a ritual for each product that I have. So when you go on my website, you'll find I have a sexual ritual for women and for men to help you to get more into the sexual act, because I promote sex as a form of spirituality. I believe it's a part of the occult. To me, and in my beliefs, it's a form of being more spiritual. The more sexual you are, the more spiritual you are. And I'm not saying going out here and having sex with everything. That's not what I'm talking about. What I mean by sexual is the sexual vitality. The more sexual vitality you have, the more spiritual you are, believe it or not. And I teach you how to raise your kundalini and things of that nature. But the Woman's Now Valley is a beautiful product too for women, because it actually helps the woman to be more, like I said, more moist, more wet. I give you certain scents and smells that could turn a woman on more, certain colors, things of that nature, when I give you the ritual for the sexual health formulas that I have for men and women. And it's good for women that are going through menopause, because many women are going through menopause. So when you take this sexual health formula or whatever, even if you're coming up on menopause, you haven't went through it, this will actually help you to feel like you were a 16-year-old again. I taught my sisters out there, all my women out there, it'll help you to feel like you were a 16-year-old again. So when your boyfriend or your significant other enters into you, basically when you get into that sexual act, you'll feel like you was just young again, just vibrant. And basically, if two people take these products or whatever, like if you got your man taking it and you taking it, it's going to definitely help you become more spiritual. You're going to raise the kundalini, you're getting rituals, and just overall it'll heal all of your sexual ailments. And I really definitely suggest that you definitely try this product out. I offer 7-day supplies on my website, as well as 30-day supplies. I suggest that you check it out. My website is 13signsastrology.com. Again, you can send me an email if you have any questions pertaining to this. When I get into my sexual rituals, I get heavy into the astrology, teach you the best time to have sex. If you're trying to produce a certain kind of child, I can help you with that. If you order one of my consultations, because all this is based on astrology, beloved, the planets. And just knowing when to do a thing. So you don't have to have sex and be like a horny jackrabbit all the damn time. You just got to know when to do it. And most of us are doing lower mundane sex, and we're like, I hit her. I you know what I'm saying? I don't want to cuss too bad, but I effed the crap out of her or whatever. But it's like, you really, it ain't even all about that, because really you still was on a lower chakra level. You didn't take her high. You didn't take her high enough, and you didn't even get high enough because you didn't have an orgasm. You just busted a nut. So you got to learn how to really have an orgasm, to the men out there and to the women that are listening to this, and that, don't have a man. When you do find a man, maybe you can still get the rituals and things of that nature and teach your man about this information. It's all about teaching. I'm not here to downplay anything or to down talk anybody. I'm just here to teach people about how to get more spiritual and how to open a third eye. And sex is a beautiful way. It's better than any drug or anything that you can find on the market. I just teach you certain crystals. It's just a lot of stuff that people don't want to deal with the occult. They don't want to deal with the occult. So it's people scared of it, but it's at the end of the day, the occult makes your life just so much better, man. It makes your life so much better, just on every level. I'm talking about from your sex life to just, sex is important, man. I like to have sex. We all like to have sex. But it's and then too, this is another thing that I want to point out or whatever. A lot of men are scared to be celibate. But when you learn how to stop busting nuts, you wouldn't mind being celibate, because you can do rituals even when you're celibate to help to open your third eye. To not only that, but to increase a lot of money. I'm actually right now going through a ritual with being celibate, and it's helping me to produce a lot of finance and money for myself, and a lot of just abundance. You don't have to see so people. I just want to let people know, because I'm not just out here having sex with a bunch of people or anything like that. See, I know how to work with my energy and my chakras to produce certain things. So that's why I tell you information about myself to teach for my own life. So yeah, like even right now, I mean, like you can use the celibacy or whatever to produce. I got a ritual right now, like a great ritual that I can give you. That you can direct your sexual energy to manifest anything you want to the brothers out there. So it's just deep. I mean, it's the occult aspects of sex. I suggest you check out my website. I'm getting ready to put out a book on this, and just stay in tune, man. Stay in tune with 13signsastrology.com. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed, prosperous, and successful day. Peace and love.